Actualmente el colapso del Banco Internacional de Silicon Valley está siendo noticia mundial. Pero, ¿qué es lo que ha pasado? Esa es la gran pregunta de todos ahora mismo. El banco de Silicon Valley se colapsó el 1 de marzo. El Silicon Valley Bank, o SVB, ha sufrido en el último año dos grandes factores que han afectado su situación financiera. Por un lado, la caída del valor de las acciones de las empresas tecnológicas y, por otro, la subida agresiva de los tipos de interés en Estados Unidos para combatir la inflación. Para hacer frente a la situación, el SVB había adquirido una gran cantidad de bonos de renta fija, considerados una inversión segura. Sin embargo, la situación económica actual llevó a muchos clientes a retirar sus depósitos debido a la falta de liquidez. Al no poder mantener los bonos durante varios años, el banco se vio obligado a venderlos a pérdida. El 8 de marzo, el banco anunció que estaba tratando de recaudar unos 2.250 millones de dólares para cubrir las pérdidas, lo que provocó un gran temor entre los clientes, que comenzaron a retirar sus fondos por miedo a perderlos. A pesar de que los depósitos estaban asegurados hasta 250.000 dólares, casi el 90% de las cuentas de SVB superaban esa cifra, lo que generó pánico y temor de que una posible quiebra del banco pudiera hacerles perder todo su dinero. Como resultado, el jueves, las acciones de SVB se desplomaron más del 60%. Es importante destacar que la situación económica actual ha sido la principal responsable de los problemas que ha enfrentado SVB y no una mala gestión por parte del banco. La entidad ha tratado de hacer frente a las dificultades buscando recaudar fondos y trabajando en soluciones para recuperar la confianza de los clientes. A continuación, la reportera bancaria del WSJ, Rachel Ensign, va a explicar cómo se desarrolló esta crisis y qué podría suceder a continuación durante después.
During the pandemic, Silicon Valley Bank had gotten all of these deposits. Their deposits tripled. It was a huge influx. And they did what banks do. They took some of the deposits and made loans, but they also invested a lot of them in securities, which are pretty safe. Some issues had been bubbling under the surface at Silicon Valley Bank since the Federal Reserve started raising rates. When rates rose, the bonds fell in value. It's not a big problem for you unless you have to go and sell the bonds. But deposits started leaving the bank faster than they anticipated, and they had to sell their bonds and take a very big loss. The bank made an announcement on Wednesday night that it needed to raise capital and was planning to do that the next day. The investors completely freaked out, sold off the stock, and then a bank run started where people tried to withdraw $42 billion in deposits just in that one day. And by Friday morning, it was seized by regulators. The regulators have responded in a way that they're hoping stems the panic. The Fed said, we're going to be offering this lending facility that's a backstop. We're going to be insuring all of the deposits effectively of this bank that failed. The collapse matters because it could have broader economic effects. There was the risk that this panic would spread to other parts of the banking system. We saw some really significant news with some of the banks that investors were most concerned about last week. Most notable, Signature Bank, a New York-based bank, was also seized on Sunday night. It is the third largest bank failure in U.S. history. And First Republic put out a statement saying they'd gotten some extra money from the Federal Reserve and also from JP Morgan. They're hoping that that reassures their investors and their depositors. The key thing to watch for is the panic over? That's the big question. Do people stop pulling their money out? Do investors and customers are they reassured in the way that the government would like them to be?